Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. Today is another episode of your Seattle Kraken franchise mode, as today we enter into a very big episode as we're almost near trade deadline, about to enter into the playoffs once again here with the Seattle Kraken, as we had a pretty decent long episode last time as we were just slowly improving the team, slowly looking at what we need to do to go for this three-peat, because that's really what the plan is right now, is to go for that big old three-peat. We really bolstered up the team last year in the offseason, really picking up some key pieces to make this team better. And Ryan O'Reilly, this was the big piece that we picked up during the offseason. 2 years at a huge $9.8 million contract. And as you guys can see, we're going all in. This is a team that I believe in, that we could win another cup with. And Ryan O'Reilly, I believe, could be part of this winning culture. And Ryan O'Reilly has brought in some major success for the St. Louis Blues, having great success in the playoffs. Ryan O'Reilly is a great playoff performer, almost a point per game, and it's just his totals. Just having a couple rough years there with Colorado. But honestly, I'm really excited to have Ryan O'Reilly on the team, but there's still a lot to be fixed with this team, and that's the PK. The PK is a really weak thing with our team. Our power play is crazy good. I don't have anything to complain about with our power play. We are missing Ryan Strome, though. That is one guy that we are missing in the lineup. But our PK has been one of the issues that has been kind of focused on. Sudquist and Fogle are definitely not the guys that we need. Burakovsky and Anthony we can't play, so that means Hunt and Fogle need to go. We need to look for somebody to replace these guys to come in and help us out. Otherwise, the goaltending, Demko and Tristan Jarry have been great this year. Thatcher Demko, ever since he's performed in the playoffs and really carried us to that Stanley Cup victory, he has just been the absolute man. I don't think I could ask for any better from Thatcher Demko, because honestly, he's been playing absolutely amazing lately, especially in the regular season. Like last year, he had a pretty rough year. He had an .898. This year, he has a .920 save percentage and having one of his best years yet in the NHL. And Tristan Jarry, I give it to him too. Tristan Jarry has been putting up some really good numbers here for Seattle. When is the next back-to-back, I wonder, because we do got to switch the goalies up, I think. But I think for right now, we'll keep Thatcher Demko in the net, because he has been bringing in the W's out of the late for us. And we don't have any back-to-backs, but once he does lose 2 games, we will switch him up. And then at the trade deadline, we'll make some moves for depth. That will be the time where we'll make some moves to go and pick up some depth players. Oh, excuse me. And hopefully that will help us out moving forward. Actually, I do want to check or try, one player. We do have a couple players that we could call up in Kronovac. How well has he been doing? 49 points there for Bakersfield, almost a point per game, and he's been doing very solid defensively. Maybe we call up him and Michael McLeod, because Michael McLeod doesn't have too bad defensive numbers, and he's been laying out the body. So maybe we try those two guys, and Michael McLeod and decline. I didn't mean the decline and added trade block. I meant the pause assimilation, so we could call up some people. Maybe we could just make some roster moves, and maybe the team could perform. Well, we're already performing pretty. Oh, Ryan Strome is back in the lineup. Hang on, injury report. Oh yeah, it said Ryan Strome is okay. So Ryan Strome actually can go back. I totally forgot about that. My lord, that shows you how much sometimes I don't focus on this game sometimes. But Ryan Strome, you could be implemented back in the lineup. You could go up on that top line there, like we usually. So Ryan Strome finally is back in the lineup after missing majority of this season this year. We're hoping that he could stay healthy and we could have the line back up full forces. That's what we're really hoping for. But now let's make some quick roster moves here with the team, so we can bring in Michael McLeod and Kronovic. I don't know how to say the guy's name, but I tried my hardest. I tried my dearest. Yeah, if they get claimed, they get claimed. I really don't give a shit. We're legit just calling them up so we could give McLeod and Kronovic a try to see if we can maybe get something else generated here on the team. So McLeod could play the wing, and then we could have Kronovic play the wing there, and we get a +1. Okay, so that's not bad. So that means Sudquist. I don't want him there. I want McLeod be on the PK, and then we'll check out the PK once we get close to best lines there. We'll check out the PK lines once we get close to the trade deadline there. We'll check how they're doing and kind of fix it all up. So we'll continue the simulation here with the Seattle Kraken as we continue just to lay in the W's, baby. I mean, we're absolutely unstoppable as a team right now. Oh, also, I forgot to say, before I continue going, if you are new to the channel, make sure to slap that subscribe button and hit that like button as well. That'll be very much appreciated. I kind of just get automatic when I do these Seattle Kraken franchise modes. It's kind of funny. I just get really excited to do it. I'm like, okay, I'm ready to go. And then I jump into the video. I'm like, oh god, I actually don't know everything, but that's okay, because we're all learning together, am I right? I mean, we all have a little bit of a review usually at the start of the episode, but once we get the trade deadline, I do want to take a look at a couple possibilities, and wow, hang on, how many wins do we have in a row right now? 1, 2, 4, 6, 7 with Dallas, 8. We are on a 9-game winning streak right now, ladies and gents. What? A 9-game winning streak here? Thatcher Demko is baller right now, baby. He is a baller. Thatcher Demko, no, and the 9-game winning streak ends there against the Detroit Red Wings. What a baller Thatcher Demko is. I am going to change him up since we have a chance now to kind of change up the lineups. But wow, Thatcher Demko just standing on his head, becoming the leader of the team. Holy crow, Tristan Jarry will be back out there now. He'll play the next couple games. A shootout loss there against Columbus. Nate Schmidt, I don't need another defenseman. Win there against the Minnesota Wild, a win against the Boston Bruins. Plus, I don't want to trade away any of my prospects right now. The prospects we need to keep. We need to continue this development here. Oh, and a fractured jaw there for Johnny Gaudreau. He won't be out for too long, though, so that's not too big of a deal. So there we are. We ended it right before trade deadline, so we're not too bad of a looking team here right now. We are way ahead on first place. I think we're leading the entire NHL. Yeah, we're first place in the entire NHL right now, which is pretty damn good. I do want to see, I know everything else is doing good. I know our power play, and the PK is still going down a bit. So I don't know if that's just EA for you. They're just kind of like taking down your PK for you. Because we're playing hella good defensively. I think we're one of the best defensive teams in the league. Yeah, 2.61 there for goals against. So let's take a look at the stats and see who's performing, see who's not. I mean, if our PK is not producing, it's not the biggest deal in the world, because I don't want to keep making deals and keep making moves and keep changing this team up. I want to see if Kronovich and McLeod are doing good. I want to try to fix this thing internally because of the fact that we have a really deep team. So we have a lot of players that are point per game right now. Wow. Almost each lineup has a point per game player. Ryan O'Reilly way above a point per game right now. I think Ryan O'Reilly's having one of his best seasons yet. He's gonna actually put up career totals this year. Ryan O'Reilly, Johnny Gaudreau 66 points there. Bubalev having a great year. Mikhail Voynov 36 goals, his highest ever in his career. He's put up some great numbers. Anthony Ciu, I mean, this was kind of a guy I was a little skeptical about. I was looking at his past totals. I've seen that 62, and well, he's back up and producing that total again, and just the depth. Yeah, Ryan Strome back in lineup is great to see. But yeah, you know what? Actually, I do like McLeod and Kronovich. They are actually doing really good alongside of Sudquist right now. So I think we just keep the lines the way that they are. John Klingberg, great this year. Lindholm, Parayko, Alexiak, Shillington, Gunnarsson. Wow. I mean, this team is just loaded. I think we just continue the simulation. I know this video might be a little short, but this team is just amazing. I don't think I could change anything about this team up, because if I feel like if I'm going to make a move, then I might just screw shit up. So I think we keep the way that this team is right now. I think this is the best this team has ever been. Point totals, Ryan O'Reilly is up in the top 10 goal scoring of the NHL. That is nuts. Goal scoring, Mikhail Voynov is up in the top 4 of goal scoring. I mean, he's 10 goals away from Nate McKinnon, so he won't reach it. But man, that is crazy good. And then you also have Denis Gurianov up there as well. And John Klingberg looking to bring home the Norris. I think, is it once again he's going to be bringing home the Norris again for the Seattle Kraken? I think so. No, this will be his first ever time bringing in the James Norris. So John Klingberg, an absolute stellar defenseman. I mean, Lars Gunnarsson's been a big thing for the for John Klingberg is just Lars Gunnarsson. So I think we just keep the chemistry good. I think we just keep the way that the team, the way that we have it going. Lars Gunnarsson, I think if there was, if they didn't go after points in this game, I think Lars Gunnarsson would almost bring home the Rookie of the Year. Just how well defensively he played, for a plus and minus of 42. A massive amounts of hits, a massive amounts of block shots, and I'm not too worried about the giveaways, takeaways kind of stat. I'm not too worried about that because John Klingberg will help lessen that out anyways. And plus, I mean, the amount of points these guys put up is just absolute nuts. So let's get on the trade deadline. Let's see what happens there and see what goes down in the backyard. Between everyone. Now, we could possibly go after some depth players. I think that's something we could possibly do is maybe go... I mean, we have a lot of depth players that... Oh, my God. Wow. Austin Matthews is available. Wow. Austin Matthews. Austin goddamn Matthews, bro, is available. I don't want... it would be an epic title. It would be an epic title. But, like, what do we have to give up? Because Ryan O'Reilly's on a no-movement clause, so we can't get rid of him. Parayko, can't get rid of him. We could get rid of Voynov, but do we really want to do that? I don't really want to give up Voynov, because Voynov... Bublev, but that means we're having to trade away another playmaker, and we don't want to do that. Now, we could trade away Johnny Gaudreau. Johnny Gaudreau's on a no trade clause, so depending on what the Toronto Maple Leafs are, they're conservative sellers. So I don't think this deal is a possibility unless we trade away every single first round pick we have, just about everything for Austin Matthews. So I don't think that deal would work for us. I'm not going to do it because of the fact that I think it would just be a dumb move to do. I think everyone here, I don't mind, but I think we're going to play it smart right now. I think we're just not going to go after any of those big top name players. We'll go after, no, I think I'll believe in the depth that we have. Let's just believe in the depth that we have. I'm going to believe in the Seattle Kraken this year. I don't want to make any deals because of the fact that I want to continue the future going here with the Seattle Kraken. And we know we're going to be using the future players for that further push. Austin Matthews would have been great for the team, without a doubt. He would have been a career changer, but we didn't have the players to make the deal. So Pacioretty heads off to St. Louis, making them a little bit better. Nylander off to Chicago, and they also pick up Dvorak, so it looks like Chicago's bolstering up. Dadonov picks back up, Ottawa picks back up Dadonov. Barbashev, they get back there, St. Louis, and looks like Minnesota's kind of just dumping off everyone. Suzuki goes to New York. Landon McCullum goes to Anaheim there with Hino Shreza. So no big deals. Jonathan Toews does go to Dallas, though. So no big deals this year in the NHL. No Austin Matthews, no Tkachuk. There's a lot of big name players, but no one really being traded anyways. So let's continue the sim here, boys. Let's continue the sim. Let's get into one last game here. Let's get into a game. Oh, yeah, we do got to face the Vegas Golden Knights on a back-to-back. So let's watch the Vegas Golden Knights because they are a team that's going to be competing with us. So we'll watch a game. We'll see how McLeod and Kronovich will do. So let's get back Thatcher Demko into the game here because Tristan Jarry is not as good as Demko, to say the least. Gotta say that for sure. Johnny Gaudreau, yes, you can get right back in that lineup. But I think the compartment of not having like a big superstar on this team is also a big thing that makes this team good. Is that we don't have to play any players, we don't have to pay any players so much like an Austin Matthews, because we know for a fact that Austin Matthews is going to be expensive as fuck. We know that. We know Matthews is going to be expensive. He's on his last year of his $11 million deal, and he's going to probably want like $13 million and he would probably guarantee that three-peat. He probably would have. He probably would have guaranteed this three-peat without a doubt. But I think the team that we have almost guarantees that we could almost win the three-peat. So it looks like my camera died. I don't know when it died. So I'll be right back, boys. Hey guys, so I'm back. So I was just looking at a past video, and I was also looking at the coaches as well. And I just noticed something, that we might actually be able to break a record here with the Seattle Kraken for the most wins in an NHL season, which is going to be pretty historic. Our last one was 50 wins in a season, and we already have 44 wins on the season, ladies and gentlemen. So we might actually be able to break past 50 wins this next in the next couple of games, which will be absolutely historical if we are able to do that. So all we need, guys, is 6 more wins to tie up 50, and then 7 more to break the record. So Demko's in the net now. He's going to be in the net now for the next couple of games. So hopefully, we can bring in those next couple of games and hopefully pass that 50 win mark, which would be absolutely amazing. So Demko's in the... Oh, excuse me, Jesus, hiccups. Demko's absolutely amazing. Look at him. What? Oh no, injured shoulder, March 17th. That is not good for the Seattle Kraken. We will call up, I think Yaroslav Halak might be the better bet to call up. Yeah, Yaroslav Halak, the veteran. Good thing we signed a lot of depth for this team, because if we didn't, man, oh, it would have been really, really bad. So Yaroslav Halak will be now the goalie, the backup goalie. So we'll have Jarry play this next game. I don't like going back-to-back with goalies in this game, so what we're going to do is go with Yaroslav Halak in this Pittsburgh. Actually, no, we'll just go with Jarry all the way up until that Vegas Golden Knights game, and then we'll implement Yaroslav Halak in there. But Jarry, he's stepping up big time. Big win there against the Pittsburgh Penguins. Thatcher Demko's back in the lineup anyway, so we'd even really need to worry about using Yaroslav Halak, so that's perfect. But Demko can go to the backup of Jarry. Jarry could finish out the rest of these next couple games, because he was supposed to be playing anyways during these times. Another loss there, but it is a shootout loss. Come on, Jarry. All we need is a win here against Philly, and then a win against... Oh, no, injuries upon injuries, bro. What the fuck? Oh, we just need to send down the goalie. Yaroslav Halak be sent down. Pekka Rinne, we do not need another goalie. We already have Yaroslav Halak. So big win there against the Philadelphia Flyers. So ladies and gentlemen, Thatcher Demko will be in the net. Actually, you know what? I don't want to step into the game against the Vegas Golden Knights, because I would love to, only if I want to step into a game that will be able to break the franchise record. So the Vegas Golden Knights, can we beat them? Can we? No, we lose against the Vegas Golden Knights as we take a big L there. The Toronto Maple Leafs, can we pick up a big W? Can we tie the record? No, we do not. The Seattle Kraken, they lose the past 2 games, one in shootout, one in regulation. Still not able to tie up the previous record of 50 wins in a single season. They are very, very close. Can we get a big victory against the Ottawa Senators? Come on, baby. No, concussion. Okay, good thing it's not a concussion syndrome for John Klingberg, because then he would have been out for a hell of a lot longer. But since it's only April 8th, that won't be too bad of a deal. But that is a big-time injury for the Seattle Kraken, our best defenseman, out with an injury. But we do pick up a big victory, so that means tonight we have a possibility of finally breaking the record. We tied it up. We tied up the record. But tonight we have a chance to put it all to rest. We have a chance to finish it all off. So yeah, we'll keep Shillington up there with Gunnarsson. None other lines really look that good, honestly. So we'll keep up Shillington there with Gunnarsson. He will replace Klingberg for right now until he's back in the lineup, which will be April 12th, which is kind of worrisome. April 12th, where's that at? Because if it's longer than what I expect, so April 12th will be, yeah, it'll be a couple days into, I mean, it'll probably be, he might miss a game of the playoffs, he might not be, so we might not have John Klingberg for game 1 of the playoffs, we might have him for game 2, I think, because I don't want to play him in game 1 if he's, like, if game 1's right here, for example, I don't want to play him until, like, that game there, game 2, so that will most likely be the plan for John Klingberg. Anyways, let's jump into the game here against the New York Islanders. We have a chance to get our 51st win as a team this season, which will mean that will break our regular season record as a team. That will just be absolutely amazing. So can we pull it off here tonight? 1-1, Ryan Strome, Beauvillier, second period, 3-1. Now, if they are winning, we're not going to be jumping in. That'll be just stupid of us to do. We're going to be waiting until we have that possible chance of breaking the record. But the New York Islanders, man, they are... Fuck, what the hell, Jarry? Jarry, what are you doing, bud? Jake Virtanen gets a big goal there for the... Oh my god, Jake Virtanen, he's pissed. He is pissed at the Seattle Kraken for getting rid of him. He's like, you signed Denis Gurianov? Well, fuck you. I will score millions of goals against your team. Screw you. Big 5-1 victory there for the New York Islanders as they absolutely demolish us. Jesus Christ, Jarry. What was going on, bud? We only have a couple more games. I mean, we have a ton more games. We'll probably break the record unless we lose every single game. But we're having a bit of a rough patch here. Calgary lost, Vancouver lost, Philly we got to win, and then a bunch of losses there. It's just... we're not staying as consistent. We win the game going into the back-to-back, but then we end up losing the game after the second game to the back-to-back. So hopefully we can win against the Florida Panthers here tonight. So first period, 2-1, Sigothyler, Burakovsky. Nice job, boys. Second period, 3-2, JVR and Kasperi Kapanen putting up big goals there for the Florida Panthers, giving them that 3-2 lead. And everyone's looking to bust the party of the Seattle Kraken right now as Strome, baby, gets a big one. And then Barkov. Goddamn Jarry, man. What the hell is going on with you, bud? We signed you to $5 million to be our backup, to be that great tandem, and you end up being like a piece of shit, and you're not playing very good. I'm not very impressed, but we lose that one. Burakovsky had 21 goals. Goddamn, bruh. Goddamn, Burakovsky. But another loss for the Seattle Kraken once again, as we're just not as hot, it seems like. We're kind of falling off the barrel a little bit here with the Seattle Kraken, which is kind of unfortunate. We are going to be getting Thatcher Demko back in the net, though, as Tristan Jarry. Yeah, he's not putting up the greatest numbers in the world, to say the least. Demko, on the other hand, he's been the man of the hour for the Seattle Kraken, looking to get his 30th win of the season as well this year. So, let's see. Winnipeg against Seattle. We have a chance, boys. Come on, man. Stop teasing me. Like, tease me a little bit and then you just lose the game. So stop teasing me. Let's pull in the victory. Let's do it here tonight. 1-1. Burakovsky, DeMello. Nice. Second, Vesalainen gets a big goal there for the Winnipeg Jets, as still a 2-1 lead for the Winnipeg Jets. Is this bad signs to come for this upcoming playoff run? Cirelli, big goal there from Anthony Cirelli, 2-2. We got a tie game. What the hell, boys? Who the hell is this guy? Reichel? Who the hell is this guy? Guys, what's going on here in Seattle? Where's the turmoil? What the hell? It's like every season, usually near the end, we just have some really insanely bad luck as we lose once again, this time against the Winnipeg Jets, as we just seem to cannot pick up a W, as we're going to be going up against the New Jersey Devils. I'm just looking for one game to have a breakout game, all right? We need to demolish this game. There we go. Voynov gets 2 big goals and Gaudreau. Second period, 4-0. Ryan O'Reilly gets a big one there. We'll watch with the remaining 10 minutes left here, and then Voynov gets another one. Holy crow, Mikhail Voynov. We are just demolishing. I cannot speak today, apparently. Man, I hate those types of videos where I'm trying to say something and I can't think of it. Like, I have it on the tip of my tongue, but I just can't think of it. Demolition was that one word that I just couldn't think of. But Ryan O'Reilly looks beautiful in that jersey. So let's jump into this game. So we'll see you at center ice. So here we are on a very, very historical night. Oh, I did not mean to be playing. I'm trying to do a big speech and then I'm like, oh shit, I'm playing. Oh god. I'll coach the rest of the game. Well, sure, why not? But we are in a very historical night here in New Jersey, as we have a chance to break records, ladies and gents. Break big-time records. And what do I mean by that? Well, that means tonight we will be passing the most wins in a regular season by the Seattle Kraken. Last year we had 50, which was breaking records, and Tim Stützle gets one there for the New Jersey Devils, as he puts away a big one there for the Devils on the power play there. Looks like they're still in the power play. Looks like this was a big misconduct or something like that. But Ryan O'Reilly wins the faceoff. But anyways, this is a very big game for us tonight, as last year we broke the record, because the year before that we had 47 wins. Last year we put up 50. This year we're going to even go up higher. It seems like every year the Seattle Kraken just become more of a team every single year. Another penalty here for the Seattle Kraken. Holy crow. Penalty after penalty. And looks like Taylor Hall is also back there in New Jersey. So a very weird looking New Jersey Devils team. A team that we have previously faced in the Stanley Cup Finals there in back in NHL 19 with the Chicago Blackhawks, where they scored on their own self, and we won the cup somehow, which was an absolute screw job to say the least there by the New Jersey Devils. They absolutely just handed us the cup there, but here we are again here against the New Jersey Devils, a 3-on-5, or 5-on-3, I mean, here for the New Jersey Devils. So a good chance to kind of climb themselves back in the game is Thatcher Demko making another big save there for the Seattle Kraken. But here tonight, man, we could break records. So I'm hoping we could possibly break that record. Also, I'd like to let you guys know, I'd like to hear your guys' opinion on how you guys think of the gameplay. If you guys like it in the video and stuff like that, I know you guys have been asking me to get some more gameplay in the video. So during the regular season videos, I will definitely be doing one of the regular, I guess, one of the games during the regular season per video. So if I have 2 videos during the regular season and Mikhail Voynov up there, so that means if I do 2 regular season videos, that means I'll be watching 2 of the regular season games, probably just the third period, most likely just the last 10 minutes, just to give some gameplay, and not just that, to watch how the players play, and then we could kind of like come up with a game plan going into the playoffs and stuff like that, which will help us out immensely going into this big playoffs where we're going to be looking for a three-peat here this year, which hasn't been done since, I think, the Pittsburgh Penguins back in the late 90s, I think, right? I think was the last time that we seen a three-peat. So the Seattle Kraken could be potentially breaking grounds this year, and we're on pace to it. We picked up a lot of good players to make this team a really big tank of a team this year. So I'm hoping the players that we have this year could really carry us to that next step, and that's that three-peat. So Stützle carrying it down the ring. It sucks that we've been seeing these players on PK half the goddamn time. It sucks. It sucks big time seeing these guys just on PK the entire goddamn game, especially it makes it super slow. Oh my god, hiccups are killing me. Merkley in a one-timer, and Thatcher Demko with a huge rob of the glove there. Oh my god, what the hell, man? What the hell is wrong with these hiccups? Ryan O'Reilly, wow, top 10 in the league for goal scoring. That is nuts. Top 10 in the league for goal scoring. Ryan O'Reilly used to never be a big point producer in the NHL, and now being on that second line alongside Bubalev and Gurionov, he has just been a point producing machine. If this was fantasy league right now, man, I'd be for sure picking up Ryan O'Reilly on that type of line alongside of a Bubalev and a Gurionov, man. That just has tons of potential there. Ryan O'Reilly has been like a big leader for this team this year. He really has been. Been that big point producer. Not just that, a huge guy that's kind of stepped up since Ryan Strome missed a bunch of games with injury. He legit most of the season this year with that herniated disc, I think he was injured out with. Which was one of the biggest signs and biggest storylines here with this team this year was Ryan Strome being out of the lineup, but this team was still able to produce and still able to put up that 50 wins like last year, even without Ryan Strome in the lineup. And not just that, we didn't even have Ryan O'Reilly in the lineup last year. We got Malkin midway through the season. We had Bubalev playing on that second line centerman. So this team is like, it's progressively grown. We've lost a lot of players, but it's always grown throughout the years. And this year, it looks really good. I'm happy with the way that this team has just been working out for us, and it just keeps getting better every single year, man. It really fucking does. Every single year, it gets a lot better. And as we got the last remaining 2 minutes, as Gaucher has a great chance here. A little bit of a dangle, but a big save there by Demko once again, as he's been lights out in this game, trying to shut it down here. For the Seattle Kraken, and a big flash of the leather as he's trying to get his 30th win of the season. Not just that, trying to get his team the 51st win of the year, which would just be absolutely historical here for the Seattle Kraken if we're able to do that tonight. So 53 seconds left here in the third period as a big face-off win here by the Seattle Kraken. They're carrying up Voynov. He chips it in. Gaudreau going hard after it. Hard after Hughes. Or after Butcher, I mean, not Hughes. Butcher has it now. He's carrying it up. He's looking around. He circles back. Bjorkstrom has it now. He's fighting for it, and that's an offside. We'll change it up to the third line. because we don't need to risk our first line being out there. If one of their big guys throw a big hit or whatever and injured, we could just take one of the third liners and they could get injured, right? I mean, not like that's going to be a big deal for us. So big face-off win. Plus, I wanted to see them. I wanted to see how they played. Burakovsky chips it down. Picked up there by Bjorkström. He's carrying it up over to Butcher. Oh, big pass over to Konkinen. Oh, big defensive play there by Captain. I think that was Gunnarsson, though. Big, large Gunnarsson making an elite defensive play there for the Seattle Kraken. The future is bright here in Seattle, I gotta say, man. Like, legit, the future is bright here in Seattle. Fight for the puck with 9 seconds left here in the third period. It's still a fight for the puck. See, that's why I like that third line, man. That's why I'm a real big fan of that third line. They are really grindy. They like to chip for it. And ladies and gentlemen, history has been made as the Seattle Kraken wins the 51st win of the year. And that is the most wins by the Seattle Kraken in a single regular season game. So history has been made. So let's get down to the end of the season now. Let's get down to the end of the season. So Thatcher Demko could play the remaining couple of games here. Let's try to... Ooh, Thatcher Demko out with a bold groin. Good thing he'll be back before the starting of the playoffs, but we will most likely keep him out of the lineup. We'll play Jarry most likely for the ending. The rest of the season we'll play Jarry. We'll have Halak there being ready to go if he needs to step into that spot. I do want to see if Halak needs any big stones to kind of break in his career. No, not really. He doesn't have any more stuff that he needs to break for records. He's pretty far away from games and stuff like that and wins to be able to break any records. So I think Halak was playing in the net for this game, but he gets us the W anyways. So hang on, pause it for a quick second. I think I forgot to put Jarry in the net. That's okay. Where is he at? Halak played the first game and he didn't do too bad. He got a W, I think, right? No? It was Jarry? Oh, no. Demko played that game, right? That was the game that he got injured in, I think. So we'll play Jarry for the rest of the for the rest of the season. The remaining 3 games of the year, Jarry can get his remaining games in. Maybe he can start producing a little bit better. John Klingberg, I do not want back in the lineup until the playoffs, like I said. Thatcher Demko's back in the lineup. Perfect. But like I said, we'll just finish off the year with Jarry in the net. So we'll send down Halak, and we will throw Demko into the lineup. Come on. Jarry stays there. Demko goes in. Perfect. So that's what we want there. And then Boo Bennett. So 53 wins on the year. Can we go up to 55? Can we win the remaining 2 wins of the season? No, we would lose both of them, but we end the season off with a 53 25-4 record with 110 points, which is a very historical season. Plus, we didn't win the President's Trophy, which I'm very fine with. I don't really want to win the President's Trophy, so I think that went to the Washington Capitals. I think they won the President's Trophy this year. Yes, they did. So the Washington Capitals still a very deadly team, as they're probably looking to make it back into the Stanley Cup Finals once again. Maybe another rematch between Seattle and the Washington Capitals. So let's take a look at, let's take a whole overview of this year's regular season, as we had a 390 goals for. We were absolute stellar goal scoring wise, a great defensive team. Our power play was great, and our PK did improve a little bit. It wasn't too bad, but I mean, we're stacked everywhere. Our power play is insane, and just everything about our team is absolutely insane. So if we're not doing so well in our PK, that's not the biggest deal in the world, because we are absolutely lighting up the NHL, as this year we did. We certainly showcased it. Our second overall pick, our franchise guy there, Mikhail Voynov, had a career year. 81 points in 82 games. Was a perfect guy. 47 goals this year. Almost had 50. What a great guy. Which I think also breaks records. I think that's the most goals scored by one single forward on the Seattle Kraken. Johnny Gaudreau with 85. Ryan O'Reilly with 88. Bublev there was 78. Guryanov did great as well. Burakovsky 57. Ryan Strome did very well for the games he played. 42. He played half of the season and had a point per game. The depth did struggle near the end there. They were producing massive amounts of points at the beginning, but then started to struggle near the end. So hopefully we'll see how well they do in the playoffs. Remember, we could take them out for Ernie. We could take them out for almost just about anyone. So John Klingberg was a point per game defenseman this year. It sucks that he got injured near the end, but he is just an absolute amazing defenseman alongside a Lars Gunnarsson, and Lindholm and Parayko played great as well. And Thatcher Demko, who's going to be the starting goalie going into the playoffs, and most likely will be the goalie that we're going to be going with next year as well, because we're going to be having to deal with some cap restraints, and I think Thatcher Demko will be the perfect starting goalie for the Seattle Kraken. So there is everything. We'll take a look at the entire league. Grubauer was one of the better goaltending, but Samsonov took the better numbers, so he most likely will win the Vezina this year, unless Colin Diella, maybe they give it to him too, but definitely not the greatest goals against in the world. Rookie-wise, A2 Ratu will bring home the Rookie of the Year. He'll be bringing that home for the Calgary Flames. And then you got Stranges. I wish Gunnarsson would have won it because he had a great season this year. Defensively, John Klingberg will most likely be bringing home the Norris. John Carlson did pass him, but his plus and minus is just absolutely ridiculous. And then forwards, McKinnon, Kane, McDavid, any of those guys, they're just unmatched this year, especially for goal scoring. Voynov was up there with 47, and you could possibly see Voynov sooner or later maybe taking that Maurice Rocket-Richard. One of these years, you might be seeing him take that award. So let's see who the Seattle Kraken is going to be going up against in this year's playoffs. We're going to be going up against one of the Central teams. I think the St. Louis Blues will be going up against this will be fun. I think we have not faced the St. Oh, no, we did. No, we haven't. No, we have not faced the St. Louis Blues yet in the playoffs yet. So this will be the very first ever time that we're going to be going up against this team. So this should be exciting. First time going up against the St. Louis Blues. Let's take a look. They did lose Ryan O'Reilly last year, so I guess this will be a changed up St. Louis team. So let's take a look at them. Their first line, they got Sammy Blah, Braden Shen, and Tarasenko. Their second line, they got Klim Kostin, Robert Thomas, and James Schwartz. The third line, they got Pacioretty, who they picked up at the deadline, who has been a pretty solid forward for them. Then they also got Ivan Barbashev back on the team again as well from Minnesota, who's been doing Met, and then Tage Thomas, and then Scandella, Teddy Bluger, and Justin Dowling. Defensively, they got Brodeen Falk, Down, Taves, McCabe, and Benny. Not too bad of a defense core. Definitely not the greatest in the world, but not too bad. And then their goaltending, they got, I'm guessing, Riddick. I thought it was Binnington, but Riddick will be in the back of the net here for the St. Louis Blues. He's been the goalie for the past 3 years, has put up some decent numbers, definitely not the greatest numbers in the world. And then Mika Koskinen will be the backup, and then they're missing Brock McGinn and Jonas Donskoy. Those are their scratches. So not a bad-looking team to go up against in the first round of the Stanley Cup playoffs. But I'm going to end the video here, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure to slap that subscribe button and hit that like button as well. In the next video, we're going to be trying to go for that three-peat, baby. Let's go for it. But I'm going to end the video here, guys. Adios. Well, that intro was totally fucked up. I don't know what I'm doing, but I just want to say one more quick thing. Let's go Seattle, baby. Adios, amigos.